Surah As-Saffat, those ranged in ranks. Surah 37. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. By those ranged in ranks. By those who drive the clouds in a good way. By those who bring the book and the Quran from Allah to mankind. Verily your Allah is indeed one, the Lord of the heavens and of the earth, and all that is between them, and the Lord of every point of the sun's rising. Verily we have adorned the near heaven with the stars, and to guard against every rebellious devil. They cannot listen to the higher group, for they are pelted from every side. Outcast, and theirs is a constant torment, except such as snatch away something by stealing, and they are pursued by a flaming fire of piercing brightness. Then ask them, are they stronger as creation, or those whom we have created? Verily, we created them of a sticky clay. Nay, you wondered while they mock. And when they are reminded, they pay no attention. And when they see the ayah from Allah, they mock at it. The ayah are the signs and evidences. And they say, this is nothing but evident magic. When we are dead and have become dust and bones, shall we verily be resurrected? And also our fathers of old? Say, yes, and you shall then be humiliated. It will be a single zajra, and behold, they will be staring. A zajra is a shout or the second blowing of the trumpet. They will say, woe to us! This is the day of recompense. This is the day of judgment which we used to deny. Assemble those who did wrong together with their companions and what they used to worship, instead of Allah, and lead them on the way of flaming fire. But stop them. Verily, they are to be questioned. What is the matter with you? Why do you not help one another? Nay, but that day they shall surrender, and they will turn to one another and question one another. They will say, it was you who used to come to us from the right side. They will reply, nay, you yourselves were not believers, and we had no authority over you. Nay, but you were tahun, people. Tahun is transgressing. So now the word of our Lord has been justified against us, that we shall certainly taste. So we led you astray because we were ourselves astray. Then verily that day we will share in the torment. Certainly that is how we deal with Al-Mujrimun. Al-Mujrimun are the polytheists, sinners, disbelievers, criminals, and those disobedient to Allah. Truly, when it was said to them, La ilaha illallah, they puffed themselves up with pride. La ilaha illallah means none has the right to be worshipped but Allah. And said, are we going to abandon our Aliyah for the sake of a mad poet? Aliyah are gods. Nay, he has come with the truth, and he confirms the messengers alayhi salam. Verily, you are going to taste the painful torment, and you will be requited nothing except for what you used to do, except the chosen slaves of Allah. For them, there will be a known provision, fruits, and they shall be honoured in the gardens of the light, facing one another on thrones. Round them will be passed a cup of pure wine, white, delicious to the drinkers. Neither will they have gall from that nor will they suffer intoxication therefrom. Ghoul is like the bad effects of drinking. And beside them will be Kasirat at-Tarf, with wide and beautiful eyes. Kasirat at-Tarf are chaste females, as if they were eggs preserved. Then they will turn to one another, mutually questioning. A speaker of them will say, "Verily, I had a companion who used to say, 'Are you among those who believe? When we die and become dust and bones, shall we indeed to receive reward or punishment?' Said, 'Will you look down?' So he looked down and saw him in the midst of the fire. He said, 'By Allah, you have nearly ruined me. Had it not been for the grace of my Lord, I would certainly have been among those brought forth. Are we then not to die, except our first death, and we shall not be punished? Truly, this is the supreme success. For the like of this, let the workers work. Is that better entertainment or the tree of Zakum? The tree of Zakum is a tree in the hellfire. Truly, we have made it a child for the Zalamun. The Zalamun are the polytheists, disbelievers, and wrongdoers. Verily, it is a tree that springs out of the bottom of hellfire. The shoots of its stalks are like the heads of devils. The fruit of the tree of Zakum are like heads of shayateen. They look like devils. Truly, they will eat therefrom and fill their bellies therewith. Then on the top of that, they will be given boiling water to drink, so that it becomes a mixture. Then thereafter, verily, their return is to the flaming fire of hell. Verily, they found their fathers on the wrong path, so they hastened in their footsteps. And indeed, most of men of old went astray before them. And indeed, we sent among them warners. Then see what was the end of those who were warned, except the chosen slaves of Allah. And indeed, Noah alayhi salam invoked us, and we are the best of those who answer. Noah alayhi salam is Noah. And we rescued him and his family from the great distress, and his progeny, them we made the survivors, and left for him among later generations, salam be upon Noah alayhi salam, among the Alameen. Salam is peace, the Alameen is mankind and jinnkind, and all that exists. Verily, thus we reward the Mushinun. Verily, he was one of our believing slaves. Then we drowned the others. And verily, among those who followed his way was Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam is Abraham. When he came to his Lord with a pure heart, when he said to his father and to his people, "What is it that which you worship? Is it a falsehood, Elia, other than Allah, that you desire? Elia are gods. Then what think you about the Lord of the Alameen?" The Alameen is mankind, jinnkind, and all that exists. Then he cast a glance at the stars, and he said, "Verily, I am sick." So they turned away from him and departed. Then he turned to their Elia and said, "Will you not eat? What is the matter with you that you speak not?" Then he turned upon them, striking with his right hand. Then they came towards him hastening. He said, "Worship you that which you carve, while Allah has created you and what you make?" They said, "Build for him a building and throw him into the blazing fire." So they plotted a plot against him, but we made them the lowest. And he said, "Verily, I am going to my Lord. He will guide me. My Lord, grant me from the righteous." So we gave him the glad tidings of a forbearing boy. And when he was old enough to walk with him, he said, "O my son, I have seen in a dream that I am slaughtering you. So look what you think." He said, "O my father, do that which you are commanded. Insha'Allah, you shall find me of As-Sabarun." As-Sabarun is the patient. Then when they had both submitted themselves, and he had laid his prostrate on his forehead, we called out to him, "O Ibrahim alayhi salam, you have fulfilled the dream. Verily, thus do we reward the Mushinun." The Mushinun are the good doers. "Verily, that indeed was the manifest trial, and we ransomed him with a great sacrifice, and we left for him among the later generations, salam be upon Ibrahim alayhi salam." Salam is peace. "Thus indeed do we reward the Mushinun. Verily, he was one of our believing slaves. And we gave him the glad tidings of Ishaq alayhi salam, a prophet from the righteous. We blessed him and Ishaq alayhi salam, and of their progeny are that do right and some that plainly wrong themselves. And indeed, we gave our grace to Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam is Moses. Harun alayhi salam is Aaron. And we saved them and their people from the great distress and helped them so that they became the victors. And we gave them the clear scripture and guided them to the right path. And we left for them among later generations, salam be upon Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam. Verily, thus do we reward the Mushinun. The Mushinun are the good doers. Verily, they were two of our believing slaves. And verily, Ilyas was one of our messengers, alayhi salatu salam. Ilyas is Elias. When he said to his people, "Will you not fear Allah? Will you call upon Baal and forsake the best of creators? Allah, your Lord and the Lord of your forefathers." But they denied him. So they will certainly be brought forth, except the chosen slaves of Allah. And we left for him among later generations, salam be upon Ilyasin alayhi salam. Verily, thus do we reward the Mushinun. The Mushinun are the good doers. Verily, he was one of our believing slaves. And verily, Lut alayhi salam was one of our messengers alayhi salam. Lut alayhi salam is Lot. When we saved him and his family, all except an old woman, who is among those who remain behind. Then we destroyed the rest. Verily, you pass by them in the morning and at night. Will you not then reflect? And verily, Yunus alayhi salam was one of the messengers alayhi salam. Yunus alayhi salam was Jonah. When he ran to the laden ship, then he cast lots, and he was among the losers. Then a fish swallowed him, as he had done an act worthy of blame. Had he not been of them who glorify Allah, he would have indeed remained inside his belly till the day of resurrection. But we cast him forth on the naked shore while he was sick, and we caused a plant of the gourd to grow over him. And we sent him to 100,000 or even more, and they believed. So we gave them enjoyment for a while. Now ask them, are there daughters for your Lord and sons for them? Or did we create the angels female while they were witnesses? Verily, it is of their falsehood that they say, Allah has begotten, and verily they are liars. Has he chosen daughters rather than sons? What is the matter with you? How do you decide? Will you not then remember? Or is there for you a plain authority? Then bring your book if you are truthful. And they have invented a kinship between him and the jinn. But the jinn know well that they have indeed to appear. Glorified is Allah from what they attribute to him, except the slaves of Allah whom he chooses. So verily you and those who you worship cannot lead astray from him any one of the believers, except those who are predestined to burn in hell. And there is not one of us but has his known place, and verily we stand in rows, and verily we indeed are those who glorify. And indeed they used to say, if we had a reminder as had the men of old, we would have indeed been the chosen slaves of Allah. But they disbelieved therein. So they will come to know. And verily our word has gone forth of old for our slaves, the messengers, alayhi salatu salam, that they verily will be made triumphant. And that our hosts, they verily will be the victors. So turn away from them for a while, and watch them, and they shall see. Do they seek to hasten on our torment? Then when it descends in their courtyard, evil will be the morning for those who had been warned. So turn away from them for a while, and watch, and they shall see. Glorified is your Lord, the Lord of honor and power, from what they attribute to him. And peace be on the messengers, alayhi salatu salam. And all praise and thanks are Allah's, the Lord of the Alameen.